All right, so we've got a Coleman, well, I guess quick light lamp. I'm not sure of the year of this one, but when it came in, it had a bad valve. The valve is completely, threads are stripped out on this thing. Doesn't seal. Eccentric block was rusted in there, and they had broke it off. I was able to get it out, but in the process I had stripped some threads also. But anyway, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I did to it. The valve, the threads are shot, so it was no good anyway. So nevertheless, so what I did is I took some parts from, I believe it's a leftover parts from a 220F. I think that's what it was. I think it's a 220F that has the eccentric block and the valve assembly are separate. They're threaded in there, but it also has where the air manifold tube screws in, very similar to the way these lights are. So I adapted it, and it's not too bad. And I had to rethread it so it would fit the font. But we're going to try it. It's full of gas. And the lead seal, I had to kind of crank it down a little bit, but it's sealed. And yeah, I put a gas generator on it. I had some, it showed up the other day. And my bundle of spare parts that I bought. I've been buying spare parts when I can find them. Like a lot of them. Not a lot, like on eBay sells lots of things where they have like people sell a bunch all together. So anyway, I got another one of these mica shades in today. So hopefully we'll be able to use it. So, all right. Well, I'll bring you back when I'm going to light this thing up. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and burn these in. I'll run up the generator a little bit at the same time. Everything kind of warmed up. And I'm going to put this part way. Oh, no wind. No wind. No wind. Well, that was a little easier than I thought. All right. All right, well, that was easier than I thought it would be. No problems whatsoever. How about that? All right, let me bring you back. I'll go get the shade. All right, God bless you. All right, let's set this down right here for the minute. All right. All right. So, we got her lit up with no problems whatsoever. Absolutely just lit up instantly. No issues whatsoever. I just got this in the mail today, you know. It's an eBay lamp. Completely missing parts, all screwed up. You know, rummaged through my parts pile. Used, I think it's a 220F. I think that's the one that has the way it's set up where the air tube screws in there into the brass portion. And the top piece screws in together. So yeah, seems to be doing pretty good. Cap sealed pretty good. I had to crank it down a little bit. Font has no problems. Yeah, so there we are. All right, and I was gonna go and fry some Spam. I'm kind of hungry. Let's test this thing out, make sure it's going to light. All right. I filled up this little tank. Yeah. And it's cold today, to be honest with you. All right, so it does. Turn that off for a moment here. So my 242C, this trusty one I got in like 2 days ago. I didn't light it up until this morning. It needed a globe, and the pump worked fine. Valve was a little sticky. Cleaned it up a little bit, but it's really a good little unit. It's doing very good. So let me go get some Spam here. I got some coffee, and we're going to cook a little bit, let this lamp run, and we'll come back in just a little bit. What the hell is going on with this thing? Alright, well, it looks like we're going, so that's good. This thing was acting funky on there. So I'm going to set this right over here for a moment. Let's see, what does this do? Let's see. Nope, not a good spot. Probably right there for now. Yep. Maybe this could be a good spot. It seems okay. Let's give it a shot here. Alright. Yep. All right. I'm having a little bit of problems with this GoPro. I don't know why. I'm going to get some spices and I'll bring you back. Alright, we got the Spam. Yep, there it is. This thing's starting looking good. I took the shade off so I get some more light right now. I've got the trusty 242C here also. This is the, like I said, the new one I just got. It's not the other one. The other one is really good too, but I'm using this one here because I just got it. Alright, so we're putting a little bit of ground savory on here because it's just awesome. Alright. I'll put a little MSG on here. And put some sage to make it kind of give it some wildness to it. A little more wild flavor to it. And then a little marjoram, because I really like this stuff. Alright, and then we're going to flip these and do the other side. I took out the little extender thing and turned it down a little bit. It's doing good. Alright, so let's put a little bit more sage on there. Sage gives it like a little gamier, I guess you want to call it, like wild flavor. That's what I like about the sage. It reminds me of high school. There was a lot of sage around where I grew up in Southern California. Alright, see how we're looking here. Doing pretty good. Like I said, the 242C is doing really good. And then this guy is doing great. I'm going to stop this for just a second. Alright, we're back. Oof. Now I don't have a, what's it called? Let me get a little towel or something. Alright, I put the shade back on. There it is. Whew. Got my coffee. I gotta get a pedestal thing. I don't have one right now. I had one. I don't know what happened to it. We have a donation pile at our Rite Aid. And I found one. My daughter was making videos and she could really use it. I was like, oh, I get this from my daughter. So I got it. And we were using it for a while and then it disappeared. I don't know where it went. Well, I'm real happy with this lamp. I could probably put a little more pressure in it. Alright, well that's sitting. Let me go ahead and I'll put some fence. I'll put a little more pressure. Give me a second here. This is how we do it. I don't know, you won't be able to see it, but basically I'm going to use my Ryobi here. I got an attachment, so I'm going to open this up. Oh, God. That start. Yeah, it's a lot brighter for me. Put this away. See? So you can see that made quite a difference. Whew. Let's move it over here a little bit. There you go. See how this pan's going. It's doing pretty good. Like I say, this is my, no, you can't see. This is my little Coleman 1950's picnic stove that I adapted to one of these little quarter-pound refillable tanks. Now that's not an original. That is actually a used up can of refrigerant, but it makes a good prop. So I have it there. So yeah, we're doing pretty good here. Let's go ahead and cook these things a little bit. I'm not doing a coffee challenge today, I'm doing a spam challenge. We have lots of food from Thanksgiving, so I really shouldn't even be making this spam. We gotta eat all our other food, but it's okay. I like that one needs to move over. Alright, there we go. Alright. We're doing really good here. In the meantime, while this is going for a minute, I'm going to show you. I've got something else I was going to show you. Oh man, that's some good coffee. Get some Tim Horton coffee. All right, come on in. Let's take a look here. All right, I gotta pull this out here. Hold on. So what do we got here? So this is a font that I had got as a pair of electrified lamps that they just had the fonts with these. This is actually the crappiest one out of them all. Left over. The other ones that came with these were way better, and they're on other units right now. So we didn't have any of this stuff. Didn't have a handle. It's just that right there, just like this. So I was able to buy this piece on eBay. I did a bid on that, and I got a good deal. It's one of those hanging ones. I made the handle, and so I assembled it and made a lamp out of it. I got to polish it and everything, and because it was electrified, I'm going to have to obviously seal that up. So that's the rod that goes straight up the center, so I got to be really careful. I'm just going to cut off a bolt with a little nub, tap that in a little bit, and put some epoxy right there and stick it in there good, and seal it nice. Maybe we'll grind that down flat. I don't want to screw with it too much, but yeah, I'll just seal that up. It should be fine. So yeah, this is going to be a good one. It's a nice lamp. It's like a parlor one. I'm going to have to, yeah, stuff still works, so we'll get it cleaned up, and it should be a good one. Yeah, remember I made the handle for this one, so I made a second one. And it was actually too short because I actually made the handle for this one, but for whatever reason, this one's longer. So I've got another piece left that's long enough to go and do that. I don't know where I put it. It's here somewhere. It disappeared on me right now. Isn't that typical? We'll find it. But yeah, there's still a piece left from that wood handle. I don't know where it went. I'll find it. So we're working on projects here. Yeah, so we got the iron still to do here. We got the inverted camp light to put together. So that's a project. And in my lot of parts that I got, I did find a fuel tube that looks like it's going to work just fine for that camp light that I'm having problems with. So I'm excited to go and see if we can get my original camp light, the one I got like 8-10 years ago, see if I can get that thing working properly. All right, so let's get back out of here before my Spam is burning. It is. It's okay. Ooh. It's okay, I like it like that. I like it a little burnt. Gives it like a nice crispy flavor there. It's doing good. All right, well, I think we're done on the Spam. I'm going to shut this down. And I'm going to take this, put it up here. Actually, I'm going to transfer the Spam over. see what our Spam looks like here. Alright, so our Spam actually came out pretty good. Let me try a piece here real quick here. I'm hungry, I didn't eat much. Oh yeah, that was good. It was really good. That's some good Spam. That's really good. Amazingly good. Especially good because it's freezing cold right now. So the Spam came out great. With my coffee. Tim Horton coffee right now. This is great. Oh yeah. So it's got a little dark here. Let's see. Is that a shadow? Oh, it's a, thank God it's a shadow. That's why I use that riser there normally. The riser, I can't know if it's cold. You might see it's cooled down yet? It's got to be. Yeah, it's cooled down. That's why I use a riser, because I went and I wrecked this one here. I melted it because I had the heat on and I had a pan on there and it was cooking really hot and it started melting the aluminum. So that's actually this one. I straightened it out a little bit and I've got it in foil. I've got a replacement. Where's my replacement? Right here. I've got a spare. I bought that one. I paid a pretty penny for that one. I paid like 10 bucks. But with shipping it's probably 15, which is, considering I probably bought this thing for, I don't know, maybe 20 bucks. 10 bucks ship. It's probably 30 bucks or so. And then I had to go and you know, get it dialed in here. But that's a great unit. It's part of the family. I love this thing. Do a lot of cooking, and it works out good. And like I say, this 242C has worked out just outstanding. When I lit it up this morning, I was working on the Mini Cooper, so I got the Mini Cooper fixed for now. The Mini Cooper had a the second from right cylinder. I think that's number 3, if I remember. I think that's number 3, but the Valvetronic, one of the secondary rocker arms, it had broke. It shattered and broke. And so there's 4 valves per cylinder, 2 valves for intake, 2 for exhaust on each cylinder. And like I say, the intake, the cam lobes, it moves 2 of the valves on the intake stroke and on the exhaust. With it's a dual overhand cam. And so, like I say, I had one of these rocker arms break, and the only way I knew is that well, I had a only when it was cold I had a check engine light, but it was giving a check engine light like it had carbon built up, because I looked up that code and there's like, yeah, these Mini Coopers are prone to a buildup of carbon in the cylinders, and you have to take walnut shells and have them like bead blasted for that carbon buildup. Because this thing only has, it doesn't even have 100,000 miles on it. It's 2007, but I think it's barely gotten over 100,000 miles now. But anyway, I was driving with my son to get pizza, and if I drive it to work and back, I don't see a problem with the oil pressure. But in the past, I had a problem where I drive down to another city to get pizza for my son, and I'd have a flickering oil light at idle, In that case, it was some seals on the cam. I replaced those, and that solved that problem. They're, on each cam, there's two. Well, they used to be metal, but now they're a nylon seal. And I had replaced those, and it resolved that problem. So I saw a very similar issue. Joe and I get pizza, and I was seeing a not as quite as extreme, but a flickering at idle once I got coming back from pizza at stop signs. So I thought it was those nylon seals, like, well, maybe they just went out again, whatever, because I couldn't think of anything else. So I bought those, and I was going to put them in. And I pulled off the valve cover. There was a broken rocker arm, so it was losing oil through where that broken rocker arm was on the lifter, where it spews oil. So anyway, for now, what I did is I had gotten a set of used rockers. I only needed one. I replaced that one, but the lobe on the cam has got beat up a little bit. So I got a cam coming. And also there's a second little cam. It's called an eccentric shaft. And that one, it's not so bad, but it's got a little bit of dinged up from when it broke. But for now, it's like I just put that part in because I got spares of those now. I've got like 7 more spares of those secondary rocker arms. So for now, I just put in another one. If it gets beat up a little bit, who cares? I'm going to replace the cam and the eccentric shaft later on. But for now, the car's fine. Anyway, God bless you. Oh yeah, let's go look at the other 242, see if we can see it. Where'd that guy go? I don't know where I put him. Here somewhere. Oh, come on. Ain't that the way? Oh, there it is. Look. Right there. So that's the one that was really nasty when I got it. And that one is it's like a really good lamp. So this one here came in before Thanksgiving, and it's just outstanding. All I needed to do was free this up a little bit. Still a little stiff, but it's not too bad. And like I say, just clean it up. And I had a better ventilator from the parts I got. So I did that, and same thing with the bell. I had a better one. The other one's okay, but it's rusted. And this one I just nice and clean, so I just put it on there. So yeah, it's really good. All right, and this thing's, guys, doing good. Look at that. How about that? It's doing really good. It's very dependable. And like I say, we're using, I believe it's the 220F. Let's see here. I believe, oh man, I can't see anything right now. Yeah. I believe, is that the 220F? 220. Oh boy, it's hard to see. Ain't that? Let me get a flashlight. All right, hold on. All right, all right, you know what? So here, let's do this. All right, let's go look. What does that say? 220. Yeah, 220F. That's it. Look, you can see it. It's hard to see because it's got a lot of parts on there, but well, there's another one. Yeah, anyway, those are the parts I used to fix this. I didn't have to take them from a lantern because I got them a bunch of parts all together, and they work just fine. All right, God bless y'all, and have a great day. I'm going to finish this Spam up. It's really good. Have some of my coffee. And we'll bring you back tomorrow. We'll see how the inverted camp light, how far I could along with that one. Hopefully it'll come out really good. But I got to figure out how to put it back together. There's one little wire piece. It's like a wire mesh shield. And I was watching, what's his name? Big Daddy. Can't think of his name now, sorry. But he had done a good video, I mean, with his and tearing it apart and all. But even he had to figure out where that piece went. So I got to look at his video and figure out where that piece went. And then we're going to put everything back together and hopefully light it up maybe tomorrow. Alright, and God bless y'all.